Good morning. How we feeling? I'm just peachy. Thanks for asking. So I've mentioned it before and I'll mention it again. We're on the lean down. We are looking to get to 15% lean for the very first time in my entire life. I've been overweight my entire life, and I've always been interested in fitness and weightlifting and bodybuilding, all of that for all my life. I've always been interested in it, and I've never taken it seriously. I've never taken the gym seriously. I've always been in there, tried to lift heavy, you know. I've never even really gone with the amount of intensity that I've gone with this year. And since I've been taking it seriously this year, I mean, I'm down 30 pounds this year and counting, and we're about to take it up a notch. But regardless, today's my fasting day. I typically try and go one day a week where I only have one meal, and I think it just helps me reset from everything, helps me, you know, really recycle everything that I've been doing throughout the week and everything. I try and get in a little bit more water on these days, and again, that's just to help cycle through everything, get everything moving, get everything going. And so really today, so far, all I've had, some coffee, and the only calories I have consumed today might be like a greens powder, and that's probably 5 to 10 calories. And then I've been using the milk alternative in here, Ripple. I'll put up a little screenshot for you guys so you can see what I'm talking about. Higher protein, lower calorie. I think they use pea protein in it. Honestly, if you put it in coffee and stuff, it really, to me, mimics the milk taste. So if you like milk with your coffee, perfect. I'm not even kidding. It is so much better for you. You save on the calories a ton. The amount that I'm putting in here, I mean, we're looking at a fourth of what the actual serving size is. A full cup, I think, is 70 or 80 calories and 8 grams of protein. Alternatively, almond milk, what I would normally have is, again, 70 or 80 calories. I'm pretty sure it's 70, and Ripple's 80. But almond milk has 1 gram of protein, so you're really missing out on the protein there. This, 8 grams of protein. So for me to have just a fourth of the serving, I'm having 20 calories, 2 grams of protein. I mean, I'm not saying that's gonna get me freaking yoked, you know, off of 2 grams of protein. But if we're only having 20 calories and then the coffee's 5, like we're having 25 calories, 2 grams of protein. You really can't beat that when you're trying to just fast on today. Plan for today, I think we're gonna be hitting some walks today. I'm trying to get my cardio back on point. So we'll hit some walks today for sure. But on the way to the gym early today, trying to get there before, you know, work really picks up or anything. And then we're going to be in the office for a little bit. So I will take a lap or two around the office while I'm there, hopefully get our steps up a touch. And then we'll definitely be hitting legs today. Luck would have it, the universe would have it, that I have been bestowed a beautiful video from Mr. Eric Janicki on legs not growing. Try this. And he shows a leg workout. So I'm going to be doing Eric Janicki's leg workout today. To some degree. Not exactly, because I don't have quite the machines that he has, but we will be starting off with some leg press. He says 2 sets nice and heavy, so hell yeah, we'll do 2 nice heavy sets and take them to failure, hit them nice and hard. And then he goes to the hack squat. We do not have a hack squat machine, but what we do have is a single axle Smith machine. So we will be mimicking the movement of the hack squat inside the Smith machine, and he goes from hack squat to the sissy squat variant of the hack squat. So we'll be doing both of those guys. And then I believe he does some leg extensions, and he finishes it off with Bulgarians, that freaking psycho finishing off with Bulgarians. That's insane, but hey, we're gonna get after it. He does them with this Nordic, like, rack thing. We're not gonna be doing that, obviously, because I don't have one of those. But we will be doing some Bulgarians at the very end to end it off as well. So for the most part, we'll be trying to mimic as close as we can, really hitting legs super hard today. And then after that, I think I'm gonna hit the bike later on, after this afternoon, like way later on, maybe even this evening. We're talking like prior to dinner. So yep, that's the plan for today. I will catch you guys in the gimnasio for some legs, Eric Janicki style. Let's get after it. All right, as previously stated, gonna start out with some leg press. Last time we were hitting 340 for reps. Let's take 365 for a spin, see how it feels. And of course, you know, I'm warming up before any of this. I like to do dynamic movement more than anything. Kind of almost, if you go back to like high school sports and stuff like that, where you're like doing those jumps. I'll show it here, but like doing those jumps, doing high knees, butt kicks, things like that, where you're just getting the body warmed up through movement. And then after that, I'll do like lighter weight. Right here I'm only using 20s, and all I'm trying to do is just kind of get the stretch going and get into the movement to like prime my knees, get things kind of just a little warmed up. And then here, I did one set pretty light at 145, and I just repped it out. I don't even know how many reps I did. I just repped it out just to, again, sit in the movement and get it nice and deep, get the knees primed and ready to go. And then, yeah, now we're getting after it. So nothing too crazy. I mean, that's maybe 5 minutes of my time, you know what I mean? All right, no talking. Let's get after it. Biggest thing I took from Eric's video is making sure that you're kind of horizontal. So I'm going to be moving my butt out a little bit and leaving some space here, and then pressing into this. He uses a pad and everything. Honestly, I could grab a pad. Maybe I should. We'll play with it, see how it goes. Let's get after it. Oh, damn, that is heavy. Oh, man. Okay. Holy crap. PR for sure. That was heavy. I almost gave myself like a headache. I pushed it on that one. For our second set, I think we'll drop it down 345. So a 20-pound difference. That should help make it a little bit more manageable. Hopefully we can actually hit like 10 reps, 12 reps. But that was hard earned. That was tough. That's exactly what we're looking for. All right, second set. With it being leg day and with taking on a heftier task than I normally would, but following Janicki's workout, I'm not going to add anything in. I might do some abs, just kind of randomly mixed in or near the end or something like that. But this is going to be primarily focused on pushing the legs to like a very high threshold. The only other thing is in between sets and things like that, I'm just going to be walking around getting steps in. I found that when I walk, I can get up to 2,000 extra steps in while I'm here in the gym, and it typically helps me burn an extra like 200-ish calories, maybe 150 to 200. So it's all about keeping that heart rate up, as opposed to when I'm just sitting here, I'm letting it fall back down. I'm getting back into that zone 1, maybe even below that to like near resting, and so that just reduces your calories in between. So if you're looking to lose weight and you're still trying to put on muscle and everything, very easy hack to increase your calories. Oh, man. All right, next up, got our hack squat mimic inside of the Smith machine here. Just putting the feet out a little bit extra just so we can get sink almost straight down. That's the closest we can get to mimicking this right now. But with the range of motion that we're going to be getting in, sinking extra deep into this, as Janicki's talking about, I'm only doing 35 on here. So we'll see how that goes. Something I forgot in the previous set, throwing something on the ground. He uses an actual wedge block, but I'm just going to be using these little 5s to boost up the heels, help drive a little extra focus, a little extra the stimulus into the quads. Oh, I also tossed on 5s on the sides. I don't think you could see them, but I promise they're there. So I'm happy to announce I had it on 15 pounds on each side since we last did simulated hacks. So all the leg training is paying off after all, which is great. And hopefully our traditional barbell back squat ends up bumping up. All right, next up, we tosses in the sissy's like variation of the hack squat. I give it a go. I'll show you how it went. Yeah, not so great. I haven't quite built up that strength in that position yet. So what we're going to do is assisted sissies. You guys have seen me do these a few times now. I'm just going to work on really getting the depth here, making sure that I'm really sinking into this, and then trying to give myself as little help as possible. So this is perfect because I'm able to like grab outside here, and it's not anything where I'm actually pushing off of anything. So this is just more to help me kind of keep my balance, maintain myself, as opposed to genuinely like helping myself out of the movement. I can help myself like pull myself up, but I don't know, I found that this helps quite a bit. Rounding out towards the end here. We only got 2 moves left. We got leg extensions, and then we're ending with Bulgarians. Biggest focus here, he was mentioning, is of course getting the stretch in that bottom position. I push this as far as it can go. Gets me a pretty decent stretch. He has a little pad that fits over this. I don't know where to get those. So I'm just gonna put this at its farthest spot, get as much stretch as I can, rep this baby on out. I'm going 110 right now. See how it feels. Yep, perfect. One thing I'm going to try that I mentioned, trying to lean the seat back. The seat doesn't lean, so I'm going to move it farther back and just lean myself. See if that helps. But already, I gotta say, this is like some of the craziest I've ever felt in my quads while working out. So, huge plus there. My freaking quads are going to be screaming tomorrow and the next day, especially when the delayed onset muscle soreness really kicks in. Let's try this variant, leaning back, getting even more stretch on the quads. See how it feels. I think I actually felt less stretch. Yeah, significantly less. Yeah, I'll have to rewatch. See what the point of that was. Maybe it wasn't for the stretch, maybe it just adjusts where the stimulus is applied a little bit more. I don't know. Regardless, like I said, I am feeling my quads on a whole new level. Oh. Alright. Bulgarians to finish it off. Can't even believe I'm saying that. Here we go. Let's attempt to finish off strong here. Some Bulgarians. Absolute insanity. I cannot believe I'm finishing off with Bulgarians. I only got 30s, and I have a sneaking suspicion I might have to bring it down. Real quick check-in before we get into this. 48 minutes, 274 calories. Not bad, not bad. I think it's just because of how taxing the legs are. We've kind of slowed down a little bit. And I'm trying to really focus in on attempting to really fill my legs this time around. So, and it's working. Boy, is it. Alright. Trying to stay as upright as possible while in these. All right, success. 296 calories, 51 minutes. Oh, time to get back to work. Hello, friends. How we looking? So that was a pretty diabolical leg day, I will say. It felt really good. And with adding on 30 freaking pounds to our simulated hack squat, I mean, that's pretty huge. And I felt very in control with it. It felt very good. I felt like I could push it super far. So I think the leg gains are coming along. I think it's going to happen. I'm parked here. I just grabbed some more coffee, and that's part of what I wanted to talk about with my fasting today. What I want to do is typically I will have a second round of caffeinated beverage. This one, of course, is going to be a little bit more, but I did swap for almond milk in here as well. So we're looking at probably a touch over 100 calories. I put it into the Macro Factor app. I'll add that right there. And AI didn't quite guess it correctly. That's perfectly fine because I can type it in and it'll still give me a good enough result. So we are looking at like 110, 120 calories, somewhere around there. And then with our 20 from before. So, I mean, on the day so far, we're probably looking at 140, 150 calories, somewhere around there. So we're looking pretty solid. I do this not only to keep me on the up and up while I'm running along, but it is a mild appetite suppressant, so it does help. But yeah, and I also just fucking love coffee. So I got to grab a second one, you know. But yeah, keeping it as low as I can. I could just drink black coffee. That would be better. That should be what I'm doing. But I enjoying life. So I got a latte. Iced. The other thing that helps me is that I'm running around a bunch. I think that is something that no one talks about. If you're busy, you don't have time to think about like being hungry and everything. And again, it's not about starving yourself. Like, I'm not looking to starve myself. If I do get hungry, I will snack. I will have something. But like, I'm doing pretty good right now. I was feeling it coming on a little bit, and I think I just needed to hydrate, get some water in the system. Sometimes it is just the hydration that you're missing. But regardless, my whole point here is that, you know, if you're busy and you don't even have time to be sitting around kind of thinking about stuff, like, I typically notice that I'm not hungry. So this being my genuine fasting day, maybe I'm already kind of getting used to it. So I don't know. But I feel good. I'm ready to go. I'm ready to get after it. I'm ready to keep going. So we're headed home now. Got some work done at the office. Headed home. Going to edit for a little bit. And then we'll be biking later. I probably won't actually record the biking itself because, I mean, you guys just want to watch me bike? Probably not. But I will tell you how we're looking. Regardless, though, let's see where we're at. Today, so far, I did walk around a little bit at the office. We're at 3,596, so 3,600 steps for the day. Not bad. And then 586 calories. As we know, we had almost, what was it, 300, 400? Let me take a look. Maybe it's still saved. It is still saved. Hell yeah. 342 calories by the end of the workout. 419 total calories. So we're looking good. You know, we're right on par. We're looking good. Once I actually get to biking, usually I burn 300 to 400 there anyway. So, I mean, we're well on our way to passing 800 calories on the day. And that's my minimum threshold that I like to hit. So we're looking good. Things are looking good. Still feeling good even when we're fasting. So day's going extremely well today. That's all I could say. I will catch you guys either on the way to the gym to bike or potentially afterwards, just to show you guys kind of the breakdown of the actual biking itself. I'll be going decently hard because might as well keep it up with the legs, you know, really get it going, get extra diabolical with it as if the workout itself wasn't diabolical enough. Very cool. Very cool. I'll catch you guys in a little bit. Toodaloo. Shoot. Here we go again. All right, all said and done. I'll catch you guys in just a second. We'll go over the calories, but it's pretty good, very hard. All right, biking session complete. Pretty good, pretty good. What do we hit? Hold on 1 second. All right. For the day, we are at 1,049 calories, 5,905 steps. It's not always about the steps. The steps don't equate to calories directly, you know what I mean? We're lifting, we're hitting the bike. Of course, the steps aren't going to quite count up, so that's why the discrepancy is there. 35 minutes, 272 calories active, 318 total. Perfect, literally perfect. 35 minutes, not too long, not too short. Watched a few YouTube videos. Before you know it, time's up and it's already over. I really pushed myself again. The amount of freaking leg strength I am building has been blowing my mind recently. I am excited. I think we'll give it another week, maybe even 2. And then we'll retest the squat, really see just how much strength we have put on. I haven't done anything new. I've just been pushing it a lot harder, adding a little bit more volume, but it's not like I have a specific program or anything. It's just me hitting the gym, thinking about it, coming up with new and different things to do, but I don't have anything set, you know what I mean? So, but it's insane. Like on the bike, previously, Like a 3 was probably about where I was at for like starting out my level. I just did a minute and a half at 20. So that's insane to be getting that far that quick. To be fair, I bike like probably every other day now, sometimes every day, just if I'm feeling it. Tomorrow we'll probably hit bike and kind of power walk more than anything to get the legs loosened up, because they're definitely gonna be screaming tomorrow. So, but all right, gonna head home, grab some din din. It is getting late. We're gonna eat and then we're gonna sleep, and it's gonna be a damn good day, because if we're already over 1,000 calories, that's a day I can't complain about. Let's get after it. Stupid simple for dinner tonight, and I mean stupid simple. Chicken breast, air fryer, bada bing, bada boom, easy. Seasoning, easy. Look at that. 0 calories, because it's just seasoning right here. 451 grams of chicken breast. Sprinkled a touch of the ranch packet seasoning on there. That's fairly low calorie as well. It might be 0 calorie. If not, it's like 5 calories, 10 calories, especially if you're just sprinkling it on. So we're looking at 451 grams of chicken. That comes out to just, I think, 520 calories. I'll put it right here, obviously, but 520 calories, 101 grams of protein. So this is super light, super simple. I'll probably have a protein shake or something like that alongside this, because obviously this isn't enough calories to sustain myself, but this is the huge benefit that comes from fasting throughout the day. You know what I mean? Haven't had any calories a day besides the 150 or so that came from the coffees, the milk, mainly the milk. I mean, 100% the milk. The coffee's like 1% of that, 5% maybe. My point here, you can be super simple, super easy. You can do this in the oven as well. Just toss this in the oven if you don't have an air fryer. You can pan fry it if you like, whatever you want to do, you know. Keeping it simple, keeping just your protein source, seasoning it up, and then enjoying it, you're set, you know what I mean? So I'm going to dive into this, but I'll let you guys know if what I choose as my snack or my dessert or whatever it might be, you know what I mean? But regardless, we're going to have at least something else, because this is nothing but a huge protein source, and that's exactly what we want. So I'll get back to you guys. I decided to go with a protein shake, kind of making it into almost a milkshake. So of course I'm using the Ripple right here. I'm using this Reese's whey protein with some banana, but the peanut butter taste doesn't really come through with this whey, so not too happy with that. So I will be using PB Fit to get that peanut butter taste. And we're kind of going for a peanut butter chocolate banana sort of milkshake flavor. So going with 232 grams of Ripple in here, which is approximately that 8-ounce mark. That was kind of what I was trying to show you guys. Then we're going to go ahead and toss this whole banana. Well, maybe not the whole banana in there. I'm going to use, let's see, 66 grams of banana. Big old heap and scoop of the Reese's protein powder. And this comes out to 35 grams. Then we're going to be adding our PB Fit in there. And I'm just topping this off to, it'll come out to 16 grams total, which is 2 of the serving sizes for PB Fit, 8 grams each. And that just adds the peanut butter flavor, but we also get the added protein. And a little pro tip, just to add a little extra something, adding in some pink Himalayan salt or something like that, just a pinch in there, definitely helps boost the flavor. I don't know what it is, but I promise it does make a difference. And then I'm throwing some ice cubes in here. Like I said, we're trying to make like kind of an indulgent sort of shake out of this. So adding the ice in and then blending this on up, get that consistency that mimics a milkshake, and it's just a nice way to end the night. And you're getting a ton of protein in here with the protein powder and the PB Fit and the Ripple, all those together are gonna help you create a really good taste. And then the banana, just adding some potassium there, help us with recovery, getting a little bit of carbs before bed. And yeah, all said and done, this comes out to a nice little thick milkshake you get to enjoy. It's almost like a dessert. So this is how I like doing it. But 307 calories and 38 grams of extra protein added into my day. I will catch you guys in the next one.